What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Payne. Welcome back to another Heroes of Middle-earth video. All right, guys, the game drops today. If you're not joining the countdown, you can go ahead and do so. It's going to be dropping at 1 p.m. my time, so that's Eastern Standard Time. But real quick, before we did that, I just want to show you guys a couple of resources that are going to be really helpful when you first start the game. So first off, LOTR.gg. This is the site you want to go to check out pretty much a tier list and all the up-to-date information that they have done through all the closed beta testing that has happened through different areas of the game. The one thing I want to first off go to is the beginner guide. Now, shout out to Tuna. Or Tuana, or Tuuna. Unfortunately, I've never seen his channel, but check it out. I actually looked at it. He has a lot of guides for this game, so subscribe, like his channel. But he did make a very good ultimate beginner's guide. There's a video right here, but I want to go through the premise of what he talked about and how to do this correctly, because I'm also going to follow it, because it's always good to hear another content creator's perspective on how to play a game. Follow those advice, and then you get yourself a better start, right? So the first thing, essential tips for beginners, is going to be emphasize the limited availability of gold in the game. Players are advised to spend it wisely, okay? So this is pretty common in most gacha games. Gold is a very hard resource to come by in many games, making it a commodity that you don't want to waste frivolously, right? So here it says, particularly when it comes down to upgrading character stars, it's also suggested to avoid spending gold on gear. Instead, one should buy the guild or arena store for daily supplies. Now, this is very common in other gacha games that are idle as well, right? So Street Fighter Duel, you don't waste money or gold on buying gear. You use guild points usually to get yourself gear, and then also from daily supplies. So very important from the arena store and the guild shop to get yourself gear. So a very, very good tip, and I totally agree. Most gacha games will run this way. The guide also underscores the importance of synergy and recommended completing all daily tasks for character shards. So this is the duping system that we were talking about earlier yesterday in one of the videos, right? So let's take a look at it. Post LTL reset learning. So this is the limited territory release that they had. That's what LTL stands for. Following the LTL reset, several observations are shared. The Great Goblin character isn't deemed as valuable anymore, and crystals have become significantly more desirable. It's advised not to buy gear with gold except for possibly crystals. So that's a big change. So rather than spending gold, which is a currency in-game that you're going to get from progression and doing your actual gameplay, crystals are the things you use to summon, and they're the currency that's premium that you can buy using real life money. So here it's saying instead of using gold, because they become a lot more friendly with the amount of crystals you're getting, crystals might be the better option to purchase gear rather than using your gold, which you're used to use to star up and do other things, right? The game's golden rule. So this is an important one. The guide encourages players to remember that LOTR home is a game meant for enjoyment. Players should play free to chase their favorite characters, even if they aren't the most effective characters in the game. So that's a good piece of advice for anybody who plays any gacha games, right? There's going to be tier lists. There's going to be max min. There's going to be top tier characters versus lower tier characters. But at the end of the day, enjoy the game the way you like to play it. And I totally agree with this. I'm going to be doing max min guides because that's what I do to help those players who want to maximize their output and input of the game. But I totally agree that if a character comes out and you're totally about them lore-wise or just from a design perspective, use those characters. It doesn't matter where they fall in the tier list as long as they make you enjoy the game more. Because what's the point of playing a game if you don't enjoy it? You're just going to quit, and none of these characters matter at the end of the day. Spending gems wisely. This guide provides advice on how to spend gems, the premium in-game currency we talked about earlier, obtained from arena and other rewards wisely. It suggests spending on 3 times 50 energy refreshes daily, which is a very common thing in most gacha games. And then it ramps up to like 100 gems, etc. That's when the free-to-play want to stop that. And saving cores for these energy refills. So those cores will give you additional stamina. Additionally, 3 times guild campaign energy can be considered if gold or ability materials are needed. So there you go. You can do 3 times guild campaign energy refills using your crystals if you need additional gold or ability materials as required. And that's, I think, a very standard, common approach to all gacha arena type games or idle games, right? Use the currencies to get quick rewards, do some auto wins, but stop after it gets more expensive, especially for free to play. Okay, navigating campaigns. Campaigns are a crucial source for farming gear, rare gear, character shards, and ability materials. The guide includes recommended characters for light side and shadow side path free-to-play players. Now, we're going to be covering this on the tier list section of this game before it drops today, so I'll show you guys what that's all about and who you can focus on. Again, if you don't care about a tier list and you're just going for the characters for lore purposes, then don't even worry about it. But at least it's good to know who brings what to the fold, so you guys at least have a general idea of which characters to aim for, and even if you like the characters, what they can bring to you in a fight, right? So anticipating bottleneck and crunch time. Players are warned about potential resource bottlenecks around level 30. It's very good to know. Where the demand for gold and crystals keeps rising sharply. The guide suggests exploring and trying different strategies before level 30, but after this point, focusing becomes essential. So I don't think you guys can reset characters. I'm assuming that this is what that's saying. So be very careful at how you spend those resources and where you allot them, because after level 30, your focus needs to become a lot more tight because now your resources become way less available and becomes a lot more expensive. So very good advice. Focusing on core units and core characters are a key part to any gacha game. So totally agree with this. Suggested arena team for those seeking to build an effective arena team. The guide suggests checking the tier list, which we will take a look at. It also recommends purchasing Aemir from the arena store, Miri from the guild store, and Halbrand from challenge. So 3 very good characters and very important characters. Keep that in mind. So I totally agree with this, because if you check them on the tier list, they're up there, and it's good that you can get them through arena store, from the guild store, and from challenge mode. So in this character specifically is a top tier character right there. Okay, looking ahead, the guide also touches upon the futures of LOTR Home with the introduction of the first legendary character, the Witch King, and the anticipation of raids in Q3. In essence, this guide presented by Tuna is a comprehensive resource for beginners and seasoned players alike, providing invaluable insight and strategies for mastering LOTR Home. So great advice. I actually have Tuna's right here, his channel. You guys can check it out. There's a new player guide for launch, tier list right there, 1 week review. You can see comparisons to other games that EA owns, so MSF or SWGOH, what to farm. So a lot of great guides, great channel. I'm going to go ahead and subscribe to this just because I think I'll be using it. He is an Australian content creator, 3.9K subs, guys. If you are going to be watching or playing this game, another great content creator besides myself to join, obviously, but definitely check out his channel, check out some of his guides ahead of time. I'm going to be jumping on today and making some videos for you as well, some beginner videos, just some gameplay videos, and we're going to continue making content for this game as the game progresses. We're going to play completely free to play, so we're also going to cover the tier list in case those are interested, but check out lotr.gg. Everything is in here. We're going to talk about a lot of different things like the campaign, the items, some of the characters, the ability effects. I think that's very important to know. And then also we're going to talk about, like I mentioned, the tier list and who to go for and what to go for and where to get them and what they bring to you as a player. So check out this site. If you don't need my videos, the site is very informative. So at least do that. And then also check out Tuna's channel as well too, and give him a subscribe and a like for all of his content. All right, guys, this is Payne. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Take care.